对，
我这边就很麻
啊，
你呢？
对呀，哎，
喂，用走的，用走的，你不要跳啊！
没
太满了，你呢？
大乔
哎呦，那我身上满了。
练，
真的很满。
那个材料啊，都卖。
硬的，就是感觉超硬的。2只。
啊，哦，如有神，我想说欧那么多，连这一张卡都
哎，大力，大力陈子豪，
这样子啊。
对啊，刚
器材，
刚太多了。
那有什么？
好像刚放吗？
哎，
哦，又是
Hello, welcome back to English Unlocked.
Hi, everyone. We are so happy to see
然
you
后挡
today.
到
For anyone new here, I'm Emma.
We're here to help you practice real, everyday English.
If you're enjoying learning with us, please hit that subscribe button and
哦，
video a
小心
like.
啊！
Really helps us more English learn.
Okay, let's unlock some. Are you ready, Sam?
Always ready. Let's do this.
So, Sam, how was your week?
Honestly, a bit stressful. Couldn't sleep.
Why not? What happened?
Had a meeting at work. Thinking about
What were you about?
你拿掉了，
everything.
准备了，
What if I forget what to say?
他们的素材我准
What
备
if my
了，
boss
太
asks
慢
a
了。
difficult question?
That sounds exhausting.
It was. I spent 3 hours
这样子
imagining problems.
Hours? That's a long
都
time
是
to
垃
worry.
圾。
Yes, and the meeting went fine. All that worrying was
That happens to me too. I spend so much time worrying.
really? You always seem so
嗯，
calm.
因为
On
是
the
要有录才
outside,
对。
maybe, but inside, my
What do you
everything.
do you
Did I
worry
send
about? 就是
that
要走刚
email
刚那边下去，
correctly? Did I
它
say
那边有
something
可以上
wrong
面有地
yesterday?
方可以下去。
So we both overthink.
Ew, and that's actually our topic today.
Perfect timing. Let's talk about overthink.
Tim, let's start with the basics. What is overthinking?
Good question. Overthinking is when you think too much about
You analyze the same thing over and over again.
and you can't stop. Your brain keeps going in circles.
It's like a song stuck in your head,
It's
but
like a
instead of music,
song that
it's worries.
you
That's a
hit.
good comparison. Is overthinking bad?
Well, thinking is good. We need to think to solve problems.
But too much thinking can be the problem itself.
Exactly. When you overthink, you don't actually solve anything,
You just feel more stressed and tired.
and you often imagine problems that don't exist.
Like me worrying about my meeting for 3.
Yes, exactly like that.
Emma, how do we know if we're overthinking?
There are some common signs. First, play past events in your head.
Like remembering a conversation and thinking, I should have said something.
Exactly. Second, worry about the future constantly.
What if this happens? What if that happens?
Yes, you imagine possible problems, even unlikely ones.
What other signs are there?
You have trouble making decisions because you think too much about every option.
Analysis paralysis, when you analyze so much that you can't move forward.
That's a great. And another sign is difficulty.
Your brain won't turn off at night.
Right. You lie in bed thinking about your day, your week, your life.
I know that feeling very well.
And finally, you feel tired, haven't done much physical activity.
Mental exhaustion is.
Overthinking uses a lot of energy. Your brain gets tired.
So, viewers, do any of these signs sound familiar?
Sam, why do people overthink? What causes it?
There are many reasons. First, fear of making mistakes.
We want to do everything perfectly, so we think and think to avoid errors.
But perfection is impossible. Nobody's perfect.
That's true. What else causes overthinking?
Past experiences. If something bad happened before, we worry it will happen again.
We try to prepare for every possible problem, but we can't control everything.
No, we can't. That's hard to accept.
What about stress?
Yes, stressed, our brains work overtime.
We feel like we need to solve everything right now.
And sometimes we overthink because we care too much.
What do you mean?
When
do you
something is
mean?
important to us, we think about it more.
Like worrying about a job interview. Want the job.
Exactly. The more we care, the more we think.
That makes sense. Caring is good, but too much worrying isn't helpful.
Finding balance. Can you explain what happens when we overthink?
Yes, it's like a loop, a cycle that keeps.
Tell me more.
First, something triggers a thought. Maybe you remember a mistake you made.
Okay, that's the starting point.
Then you start analyzing. Did I do that? What will people think?
You're trying to understand or fix it.
But instead of finding answers, you find more questions.
Did this cause that problem? Will it cause future problems?
And the more you think, the worse you feel.
Feeling worse makes you think more.
Exactly. It's a cycle. Think, feel bad, think more, feel worse.
How do we break the cycle?
We'll talk about that soon. But first, recognize in the loop.
Awareness is the first step.
Yes, you can't fix the problem if you don't know it exists.
So, Emma, what do you usually overthink about?
So many things. Work is a big one.
Did my boss like my presentation? Was I promoted?
And social situations. Did I say something at the party?
Did she not reply to my message?
Relationships are a common topic for overthinking.
Does he still like me? Is she quiet today?
Money and finances. Am I saving enough? What if I lose my job?
Health worries too. Is this headache something serious?
The past. I wish I had studied harder in school.
And the future. What will my life look like?
Things we can't control. What if there's an earthquake?
A lot to worry about.
Yes, our brains are very creative at finding things to overthink.
Maybe too creative.
The common is uncertainty. We don't know what will happen.
And not knowing makes us uncomfortable.
So we think, trying to feel more in control.
But sometimes we need to accept that we can't know everything.
Sam, let's share personal examples. When do you overthink the most?
I overthink at night. When I'm trying to sleep, my brain gets very active.
What do you think about?
Last week, I thought about a conversation with my friend Mike.
What happened?
Nothing bad. We just talked about weekend plans. But later I started thinking.
What were you thinking?
Did I sound boring? Maybe I talked too much about myself.
And then?
Then Mike seemed a little quiet. Is he upset with me? Did I do something wrong?
I do the same thing.
The next day, I saw Mike. He was completely normal and happy.
All that worrying for nothing.
Exactly. What about you, Emma? When do you overthink?
Think about work emails. Send an important email. It again.
That's reasonable. What's the problem?
Did that send?
Hmm?
Then I worry about the response. If someone doesn't reply quickly, I think something is
Maybe they're angry. Maybe I said something.
yes, but usually they're just busy.
We imagine problems that don't exist.
Our imagination, our worst enemies.
Emma, let's
Enemies
help our viewers.
sometimes.
How can we stop overthinking?
There are 7 strategies. The first one is to notice when you're doing it.
Awareness first. Oh, I'm overthinking right now.
Yes, just recognizing it can help you
What's the second strategy?
set a time limit for things. For example, give yourself 10 minutes to worry. I love that. Yes, a worry window.
And the 10 minutes are over.
You tell yourself, time's up, I'll stop now.
That really work?
It takes practice, but it helps you control your thinking.
What else can we do?
Write your thoughts down. Get them out of your head.
Journal or notebook.
Yes, when you see, they often seem smaller.
You can also organize them. What can I control? What can't I control?
Exactly. Focus your
That's very practical. What about distractions?
great point. Sometimes
Go for a walk, call a friend, movie.
physical body,
I like listening to podcasts when I run. Keeps my brain busy with positive.
that's a great strategy.
Emma, let's talk about mindfulness. How does it help with
Mindfulness is about focusing.
not the past, not the future, just now?
When we overthink, where else?
Replaying yesterday, worrying about tomorrow.
But the present moment,
Right now, we're just talking. Nothing bad has happened.
exactly. Mindfulness brings us reality.
How do we practice it?
Focus on slow, deep breaths.
Notice the air going in and out.
Another way is to now.
Like a grounding exercise.
Yes, it reminds you that you're in the present moment.
Practice.
I try to. I do yoga. It really helps me stay calm.
Luna probably helps. Pets are very calm.
It does. When Luna sits on my lap,
Focusing on the present is a skill. We need to practice it.
like any skill, it gets easier with time.
Emma, sometimes overthinking is too much to handle.
That's so important. Talking to someone can really help.
Who can we talk to?
Friends and family. Just make them.
Sometimes when I tell Mike about my worries, I realize how silly they are.
Saying them out loud gives you perspective.
So what if our worries are more serious?
Then a professional can help, a therapist or counselor.
There's nothing wrong with getting professional help.
At all. It's actually very brave and smart.
What do therapists do for
They teach thoughts. They help you understand patterns.
and they listen without judging?
Yes, sometimes someone who is neutral and help.
If overthinking is affecting your daily life, please reach out for help.
Don't have to struggle alone.
Emma, let's teach our viewers some useful phrases.
Great idea. Talk about overthinking.
First, I can't stop thinking about.
I can't stop thinking about what happened.
I keep wondering if.
I keep wondering if I made the right decision.
I'm probably overthinking this, but
Well, when you worry, but sure if it's reasonable.
what if
What if I fail? What if they don't like me?
my mind keeps going in circles?
This describes the loop we talked about earlier.
I need to get out of my.
Out of my head means to stop thinking so much.
I'm thinking too much about.
Simple and direct. Very useful.
Let's practice. Repeat after me. I can't stop thinking about.
Did you say it? Great job.
Emma, sometimes the best way to stop overthinking is to take action.
Absolutely. Thinking is not doing.
What do you mean?
We often overthink because we're avoiding action.
Like thinking about starting a project instead of actually starting it.
Yes, taking one small step is more helpful than hours of thinking.
When I was nervous about my presentation, thinking more didn't help.
What helped?
Practicing, actually saying the words out loud.
Action, real information. Thinking only gives you imaginary scenarios.
If you're worried about a conversation, have it.
Real conversation, almost never as bad as the one in your head.
That's so true. What practical advice can we give?
Break big tasks into small steps. Do one small thing today.
Progress, not perfection.
Send the email. Make the call. Start the project.
Action creates confidence. Overthinking creates doubt.
Important. Ourselves.
What do you mean exactly?
When we overthink, we often criticize ourselves. Why can't we stop worrying?
What's wrong with me? Why am I like this?
But that makes it worse. We add guilt to our worries.
So what should we do instead?
Except that overthinking, everyone does it sometimes.
We're not broken because we worry.
Exactly. Be gentle with yourself. It's okay. This is normal.
Treat yourself like you would treat a friend.
If your friend was overthinking, you wouldn't say, "You're stupid."
No, I would say, don't worry, it'll be okay.
So say that to yourself, too.
Self-compassion, a beautiful concept.
Understand that everyone struggles sometimes. Feel less alone.
Emma, is overthinking always bad?
Great question. Not always. Sometimes careful thinking is good.
Like when?
When making important decisions, buying a house, changing careers.
You need to think about many factors.
Yes, planning ahead can prevent problems. So how do we know the difference?
Healthy thinking leads to decisions and actions. It has a purpose. Overthinking goes in circles, doesn't lead anywhere.
If you're thinking to solve a problem, good. You're just worrying, that's over.
Another way to tell, does thinking make you feel better or worse?
Good thinking brings clarity. Overthinking brings confusion, stress.
That's a helpful distinction.
Some worry is natural. Let it take over your life.
Emma, we talked about this earlier. Overthinking often happens at
Yes, this is such a common problem. In bed and starts racing.
racing means moving very fast. Thoughts come quickly, one after another.
You think about work, then relationship, then money, then that thing you said 5 years ago.
5 years ago. Our brains love to remind us.
Frustrated, tired, you want to sleep, but your brain stop.
What can we do about it?
First, have a bedtime routine. The same things every night before bed.
Like what?
Take a warm shower. Read a book, not your phone, a real book.
Why not a phone?
The blue wakes up your it makes it harder to sleep.
That makes sense. What else?
Keep a notebook by your bed. If you think of something, write it down.
So you don't have to remember it.
Exactly. You can tell your brain, I've written it down. I'll deal with it tomorrow.
That sounds helpful.
And try listening to calming sounds. Rain, ocean waves, gentle music.
I like nature sounds when
Me too. My favorite is rain sounds. Luna always sleeps better when I play them.
Luna is a good example for all of us.
Cats don't overthink. They just sleep wherever they want.
What about counting sheep? That work?
It can. The idea is to focus on something boring and repetitive.
So your brain gets bored and falls asleep.
Exactly. Some people count backwards from 100.
That's a good technique. 9, 98, 97.
By the time you reach 60, you're usually asleep.
What if none of these work?
Don't lie in bed frustrated. Get up and do something quiet for 15 minutes.
Then try again?
Yes, sometimes a short break helps reset your mind.
Great advice for nighttime overthinkers.
Sam, let's give our viewers some exercises they can try.
Great idea. Practical things they can do right now.
Exercise 1 is the 5-4-3-2-1 technique.
What's that?
When you're overthinking, look around. Name 5 things you see.
Okay, I can see a computer, a coffee cup, window, lamp, and some books.
Good. Then name 4 things you can touch.
chair, my desk, sweater, and my coffee cup.
3 things you can hear.
Music from outside, the air conditioning, and your voice.
2 things you can smell.
Coffee and, I don't know, the room?
That counts. And 1 thing you can taste.
Coffee. I just drank some.
Brings you back to the present moment.
Stops the overthinking loop.
Exactly. It's simple but very effective.
What's exercise 2?
The worry jar. Get a jar or a box. Write your worries on small pieces.
Put them in the jar?
Yes, it's like handing your worries to the jar.
Physically letting go of them.
Once a week, read through the papers. You'll notice many worries never happen.
That's a good reality check.
Exercise 3 is worst case, best case, most likely.
How does that work?
When you're worried about something, ask yourself 3 questions.
What are they?
What's the worst that could happen? What's the best that could happen? And what's most likely to happen?
I like that. The most likely outcome is not that bad.
Our brains love to imagine the worst, but reality is usually somewhere in the middle.
These exercises are really helpful.
Take practice, but they can change how you handle worry.
Emma, what if someone we know over? How can we help?
First, listen without judgment. Let them share their worry.
Don't say, thinking. That's not helpful.
Right, they probably are that.
What should we say instead?
That sounds stressful. Do you want to talk about it?
Validate their feelings first.
Then, you gently help them see another perspective.
Have you considered this possibility? Instead of telling them what.
Ask questions that help them think differently.
What's the worst that could realistically happen?
Often, the worst case isn't as bad as they imagine.
And what if they need more help than we?
Suggest professional help gently. Have you thought about talking to?
Be supportive, not pushy.
Sometimes just knowing someone cares makes a big difference.
Little gestures of support, so much.
Just sending a message saying can brighten someone's day.
And when you're the person who overthinks, don't be afraid to reach out.
Tell a friend, I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed. Can we talk?
Good friends will always make.
Connection is one of the best medicines for an overactive.
We're social creatures. We need each other.
Absolutely. Sharing our worries makes them feel smaller and more manageable.
Emma, let's talk about something else. Thinking.
Yes, these are patterns of thinking that make us
What's the first one?
catastrophizing. That means imagining the worst possible outcome.
Like, if I fail this test, I'll never get a job and life will be ruined.
Exactly. You jump from one bad thing to complete disaster.
That's not realistic.
No, it's not. Another trap is mind reading.
Mind reading?
Thinking you know what other people are thinking without any evidence.
She didn't smile at me. Angry.
But maybe she was just tired or distracted.
We can't read minds. Need to remember that.
Third trap is black and white thinking.
What's that?
Seeing things as only good or bad, no middle ground.
I'm not perfect. Failure.
But life is full of gray areas. Most things are somewhere in the middle.
What's another trap?
Should statements. I should be better. I should have known.
We're very hard on ourselves.
Should creates guilt and pressure. Try replacing it with could or want to.
I want to improve feels better than I should improve.
Much better. The last trap is personalization.
What does that mean?
Taking blame for things that aren't your fault.
Project failed even when many people.
We take too much responsibility, things we can't control.
Perhaps is the first step.
When you catch yourself in a trap, question it.
Emma, let's review today.
We used so many useful words. Let's go through them.
This is my vocab time.
Our first word is overthink. O-V-H-I-N-K. This is a verb. It means to think too much about something.
For example, always overthink. Thought. I overthought my response.
Great. Let's move to the next word.
Our next word are R-Y.
This is a verb and a noun. Worry means feel anxious about something. She worries about her health, or I have many.
Normal to worry. Too much worry is
Word number 3 is distract. I-S-T-R-A-C-T.
Distract means to take attention away. I listen to music to distract myself from worries.
Positive distractions can help us stop overthinking.
Our next word is focus. F-O-C.
This is a verb and a noun. Focus means to concentrate on something specific. For example, focus on the present moment.
Focusing on what you can control is better than worrying about everything.
Word number 5 is ruminate. R-U-M-I-A-T.
This is a ruminate. Think about something repeatedly, usually something negative. He ruminated.
This word comes from how cows chew their food over and over.
Our last word, mindful. M-I-N-D-F.
An adjective. Mindful means being aware of the present moment. She tries to be mindful during her morning.
Being mindful helps us stop overthinking about the past or future.
Let's say all the words one more time together.
Repeat after us.
Overthink, distract,
Focus,
ruminate.
mindful.
Excellent work, everyone.
Now it's time. Favorite part. Question of the day.
Today's question is overthink about and
I'll go first. I overthink about social stuff. What helps me is talking to a friend about my worries.
for me, I overthink about work. What helps me is doing yoga and focusing on.
Now it's your turn. You can write, I overthink about, or can't stop thinking about.
And tell us what helps you. Maybe your tip will help another viewer.
We read every single comment. It makes our day to hear from you.
So please, write your answer in the comments below.
Sharing helps.
This was such a helpful topic today.
It really was. So many people struggle with overthinking.
I hope our viewers learned some new words and strategies.
Remember, little worry, not broken.
But if overthinking is affecting your life, try some of the tips we shared.
Set a worry window, write things down, take action.
Focus on the present moment and be kind to yourself.
Thank you so much for watching and for learning English.
You are making progress every day, even when you don't notice.
Keep learning, keep practicing. Remember, brain is powerful.
Use that power for good, not just for worry.
It's a good advice. Bye for now, everyone.
Goodbye. See you in the next video.
Chapter 1. The Door in the Rain. It was raining again in Seattle. I pulled my thin jacket close and walked fast. My shoes were wet. The wind was cold. I had only $15 in my pocket. My mother was, and the clinic wanted medicine. At home, the fridge was almost empty. I looked up at the gray sky and whispered, God, one job today. I saw a tall stone wall and a black gate. The sign on the gate said, help needed. Start today. Heart jumped. My chance. I pushed the gate and walked in. The yard was clean, but quiet. It was holding its breath. The house was big, with dark windows. I knocked once. Again. After a moment, it opened. A tall man stood there. For a simple but everything about him looked expensive. His eyes were tired, like he had not slept for many nights. His voice was calm. Yes, he said. Mouth felt dry, but I spoke. I saw the sign. I can work. I can cook. Anything. He looked at me for a long second. Not angry. Not kind. Empty. Then he said, come tomorrow at 8. On time. Smile. He closed the door slowly. I stood in the rain. Frozen. Was it real? I held my breath and whispered. That night, I went home and told my mother, I think I found work. Lying on the bed. Her face was pale, but she tried to work hard, Maya said softly, and keep your heart clean. I promised her I didn't think this job would change my life.
Change my life.
I fear understood love like scribe there. Now, let us begin the story. The next morning, I arrived early. The street still looked wet. My hand. I stood at the gate at 7:45. Not want. At 8, door opened, and an older woman with short gray hair looked at me. Are the new? She asked. I nodded. Yes, ma'am. My name is Maya. Died and said, I am Rosa. Follow me. Inside, the house smelled like polished paper. The floors shined. The walls held mountains and felt empty. Rosa showed me the laundry room and the cleaning closet. Not go into the study or ask. Said, not talk too much. Mr. likes silence. I asked, Mr. First Stained. Cole replied, Mr. Dad, Adrian Cole owns the house. He also owns a company downtown. He pays on time, but he is not easy. Started working. I washed plates that were already clean. I folded towels that were all. It was like the house wanted to be perfect. Tried it. At noon, Rosa put a tray in my hand. On it was a cup of black coffee, a plate with bread. Sunroom. Heart beat fast. I walked down a long hall. Big window. Touched the glass like soft fingers. The man one from the door. Reading papers. Eyes did not move. I stood still, said quietly, your coffee. There. not look up. He only nodded once. His face was calm. Sadness. I placed the tray and left. All afternoon, I kept thinking about his eyes. The person who lost something never found it again. When I went home that evening, my mother asked, "How was the house?" I said, "Big, quiet, too quiet." Held my hand. Quiet houses hide loud pain. Said, not understand. Stayed with me. Chapter 2. The man who forgot to smile. Days passed in the I worked from morning to night. Washed dishes. Swept floors. Shirts. The house stayed quiet. Sometimes I could hear my own steps. Felt strange. Mr. spent most of the day in his study, sunroom. He read papers and looked out the window. Almost never spoke. When he did, it was shut. Coffee. It. Closed the door. At first, his silence. I thought I had done something wrong. Rosa told me, "Do your work and do not take his mood test." I could not stop watching him. His eyes looked far. Another time. One evening, while cleaning the library, I saw a frame on the floor. Glass was not broken. The picture slipped out. It was a photo of a woman and a little girl. The woman had eyes and a wide smile. The girl was holding. Both looked happy, like they trusted the world. I picked the frame carefully, placed it on Mr. desk. When he came in, stopped. His face turned hard for a second. "Did you touch that?" he asked. His voice was low. I felt my stomach drop. It was on the floor. "Tears," I said softly. "I only put it back." At me. I expected, but I saw something else. Pain. Deep and quiet. After a long moment, I turned away. So, that night, I could not sleep. I kept thinking about the photo. I thought, that was his wife. Child. Gone. I did not know why I cared. But I did. The next morning, when I brought coffee, quietly. Work hard. I frozy, then smiled a little. "Thank you." It was the first warm word he gave me. Chest felt light. A few days later, I heard a crash in the study. I ran in. A glass was on the floor in pieces. Mr. stood there with blood on his feet. "Wait. Air," I said. Took a clean cloth and pressed it to his hand. It will stop soon. Watched me like he did not understand kindness. After a moment, "You are not afraid of me." "No, sir. I am only afraid of wasting a good heart." Blinked, surprised. Then he said, "Don't to me like that anymore." His voice cracked. I cleaned the glass and tied the cloth tight. The bleed flowed. Said, "Thank you, Maya." Felt strange, almost gentle. That evening, Mother called. Her voice was but kind. "How is the job?" asked. I said, "My boss is not mean. just lonely. Other side, lonely people sometimes need to open a window. Said. Her words sat in my mind. 2 days later, Mr. Cole surprised me. I was dusting the hallway when he stood behind me. The woman in the photo was my wife, Elise. Said. I turned slowly, held the frame in his hands. His eyes were wet but tired, and the girl was my daughter, Laura. They died in a car crash. My throat closed. I did not know what to say. I only whispered, I am sorry. There, nodded once and looked away. From that moment, I wanted to bring light back into that house. I was only. Chapter 3, Papers and Whispers. After Mr. Cole told me about his wife and child, his silence felt different. It was not cold. It was heavy. Some morning, said, morning. Sometime left a short note on the kitchen. Thank you. Those two words felt like lights in a dark hall. More. Started to think the house could heal, but then strange things began. 1 week, men and started coming to the mansion late. They spoke in low voices in the study. Rosa took home. Business, said. Do not listen. I tried not to. One night, forgot my umbrella in the kitchen and came back after leaving. The front door was not locked. I walked in quietly. From the hallway, I heard a man laugh. Adrian. Just sign it. Said. Not wait. Another voice. Sharp and smooth. Answered. He will sign. He trusts me. I held my breath. Then Mr. Cole's voice came. Tired. I need to read it first. And replied, still do not trust your own partner. Then I heard a name, Victor. The next day, I saw Victor in person. He was handsome, with a bright eyes. He shook Mr. hand with too much energy. My friend, Victor said. Company together. Mr. Crest nodded. When Victor saw me, smiled, made. He asked. I answered, yes. His eyes moved over me like I was good. The coffee hot. And laughed. I did not like him. After that, Mr. looked tense. Ate less. Slept less. One evening, the hallway said quietly, Maya, if anyone comes asking, I am not home. Heart beat fast. Are you in trouble? Aye, sir. I asked. Looked at the floor. No.
And
said,
no.
Just do what I said. A few days later, I got sick with a fever. Rosa was visiting her sister. So I stayed. I made soup and brought water. Tried to push the bowl. Not have to do this. I sat the tray down. Someone has to take care of you. I answered. Stared at me for a long minute. Then he whispered. Said that to me. His eyes looked softer. Managed a small smile. It was weak, but real. That smile stayed in my mind all night. Next morning, while cleaning the study, saw papers on his desk. I did not want to look, but one page was open. On it, I saw simple words. Transfer. Is lawn. Signature pending. It felt cold. Stepped back. When Mr. 20 Cole came in, saw my face. Did you read anything? He asked. I shook my head quickly. No. There. Out slowly. Good. All around my desk. That night, I heard him on the phone. His voice was low but angry. If you cross me again, I will end it. Then, silence. I went to my room and called my mother. Something feels wrong, I said. He is scared. My mother replied, pray. Good people face hard tests. The next day, police officers came to the gate. They asked for Mr. Rosa was back and tried to smile, but her hands shook. Mr. down the stairs slowly. He spoke to them in the hall. They left after a talk, but his face that evening on Mr. left his phone on the table. A message up. It said, transfer done. Keep quiet. My breath stopped. I did not touch the phone. I only stared. I felt dangerous words. Later, when I took out the trash, I saw a paper burned in the fireplace. On it were names and a count. Without thinking, I took a photo with my phone. My hand was shaking. Not know why I did it. I might need one day. Bed. Mr. said softly, thank you for staying. Not understand, but my heart understood he was asking not to leave alone. After framed, the next morning felt heavy. Mr. did not come down for breakfast. I made eggs and toast, but the plate was untouched. My chest tightened. Walked to the study and softly. No answer. Opened the door a little. Sitting in a chair. Holding a letter. His face looked white, like all the blood had left it. Lifted the letter in a broken voice. Stepped closer. What happened? He said. He swallowed hard. Company said, I stole money. Say the papers have my signature. Eyes widened. But you did not. I whispered. Gave a sad laugh. Not matter when lies have. Before I could speak, a strong knock at the door. 2 officers entered with a serious look. Said they needed to ask questions about fraud. Mr. stood up slowly. Not fight. Tired. As they walked him out, looked
What
at me
the
once.
fuck?
His eyes said, I am alone again. The door closed. Felt something inside me. I sat on the floor and cried. Rosa tried to pull me up. Do not get involved. Warned. Pigment ball and small crushed. Face. That night, I opened my phone and looked at the photos I had taken. Burned paper, the strange message. With not much, but it was something. I whispered, not let them ruin you. Not know if I was brave.
领结不是最好洗的吗？
Knew I had to try. The next morning, I went to the
Fuck you.
building with my hands. I told the guard I needed to drop off files. Let me in. Inside, talked in groups. Some looked shocked. Some looked excited. Like a show was happening. I saw Victor Lane. He was smiling. Calm. Like nothing bad had happened. Spoke to two men in suits, laughed softly. My stomach burned. I followed him at a distance when he left the building. Drove to a place near the river, behind warehouses. I stayed far and hid behind a truck. Victor met another man, spoke. I could not hear every word, but I heard this. Once 8 finished, the board is mine, the other man asked, and the girl at the house,
安排敏捷
Victor
这么难
laughed.
呐、
just a maid. She will
搞什
keep
么？
clean. My hand shook. I lifted my phone and took a photo of Victor with the man. My foot hit a loose can. The sound rang out. Victor turned his head. His eye. Who is there? Called. I ran. My lungs burned. I heard steps behind me.
哇，
Maya, stop. Victor shouted. Not stop. I reached the at a passing
没得
taxi.
洗了。
I jumped in and shouted, Press. Go. All the way home. Hands would not stop shaking. That evening, I went to the police station. Showed the officer my photos and the message. He looked doubtful. So much? He asked. Far and not family, I answered. I saw his because he is not a thief. The officer sighed and said, Review it. Sounds short. Later, I was allowed to see for a short moment. Sat behind the table. His eyes were empty. I said softly, Did nothing wrong. I will prove it. Looked up. Risk yourself, he asked. My voice shook. You were kind when you did not have to be. Because I believe your heart is better than you. Closed his eyes. A tear rolled down his cheek. No one has said that to me. Whispered. I reached 1 second.
要多少点才可以解封啊？
I said.
怎么没写？
Hold on.
一样是
Chapter
200吗
5. The warehouse and the war. 2 days like fire. I stayed in the mansion that felt colder than before. Rosa avoided my eyes. I told you,
第2点
whispered. Not fair. I kept my head down, but inside I was screaming. On the 3rd evening, the police called. Spoke on the phone. Your photos helped. Found an account in his name. A copied signature. They're bringing him in. Felt weak. Sat down and covered my mouth. Is Miss Crystal toll-free? Asked. The officer said,
算算弄的。
Still need statements. But Victor is now the main suspect. The next day, I was arrested at the building, watched as a movie. By night, Mr. Cole came home. He looked tired. When he stepped inside, stopped and looked at me. Did it, he said quietly. Saved me. Felt tears. I only told the truth. I said. He shook his head. It's rare, he replied. spot for it. For a moment, the house felt warm again. We both thought the storm was over. That same night, a stone hit the gate. It made a loud sound in the quiet yard. Rosa and I. A note was tied to the stone. It said, "Save the wrong man." My skin turned. I took the note to Miss Cole. Read it slowly. His face tightened. Victor was not dead, I asked. Else shook his head. No, but someone wants us. The next morning, I went back to the police station and asked if he'd spoken. The officer said, but we found one. Before his arrest, Victor called a number storage house near the river. My mind flashed back to the place I followed him. I told Mr. Cole. His eyes darkened. If there are papers there, he said, still hurt me. Or they forever. Did not want me to go, but I said, must end this. At me for a long time, then nodded. Go together. That evening, I drove to the warehouse area. The sky was low and gray. The river smelled like cold metal. Parked quietly. The warehouse door was half open. A weak light moved inside. Heard voices. One man said, "Burn the copies." Nothing. Another man answered, "Hurry! The police may come." Whispered, "Stay behind me." I nodded, but my leg felt like stone. I held my phone, ready to record. Stepped closer. Two men pulling folders from a box. They threw into a and lit them. Flames rose. I lifted my phone and started filming. My foot hit a metal rod. It clanged on the floor. The men turned fast. "Who is there?" One shouted. Mr. grabbed my arm. "Run." Ran out the back door into the alley. Steps thundered behind us. One man chased me. Wet ground and fell, hurting my arm. Grabbed my scarf and pulled. Stayed quiet. A hiss. I fought, kicking and twisting. My phone almost fell. I screamed. An innocent man. He raised his hand, but a loud siren cut the air. A police car turned the corner. The lights flashed. "Drop him." An officer shouted. The man released me and ran, but another officer tackled him. The second man tried to escape, but police caught him too. Sat on the ground shaking. Mr. knelt beside me. "Are you hurt?" he asked. This was full of fear. I shook my head. "I am okay," I whispered. The officer picked up the burned folders. "These are fake documents," he said. "They were made to keep Mr. 20 wad whole even after Victor falls." Looked at us and added, "At the right time, at the station." The men finally spoke. They said Victor hide and destroy the files. They also said one involved, a board member, Mr. listened with fists. When we left, he looked at me and said, "Back from the edge." To learn to stand there without falling. I said. For the first time, he gave a real laugh. It sounded like life returning. Chapter 6. A house that breathed. After the warehouse night, the police were fast. They arrested the board member who helped Victor. The news, Mr. Tay. Public stopped whispering his name like a bad word. But inside the mansion, lower. Some mornings, Mr. up with eyes. Sometimes he stood at the window for a. I learned that being on paper makes the heart free. One evening, as I finished dinner dishes, walked into the kitchen. Looked awkward, like he had not done this before. Maya said softly, "Stay for dinner." I froze. Dinner at Sir? Asked. Not, sir, said. Just Adrian. My cheeks felt warm. Nodded. Sat at not the big dining room. Felt too sad. Ate soup and bread. The silence between us was heavy now. It's calm. Adrian asked, Mother, I told him about her bills. I tried to hide my words, but my voice shook. Listened without looking away. Next morning, gave me an envelope. It was a letter from said my mother's medicine full. My hands trembled. You do this? I asked. Answered. Because I do not want you alone. My eyes. I whispered, Thank you. He looked down. I am not good with words, he admitted, but I can do this. That day, I called my mother. She cried on the phone. Tell him God will bless him. Held through tears. Over the next weeks, the mansion changed. Started open in the morning. Played soft music sometimes while reading. Rosa looked shocked at first, then smiled. The house is waiting. Said. Also started joining small things. One Saturday, asked, How do you cut onions without crying? Laughed and showed him. Laughed too. Touched his eyes and said, It's still. That simple moment felt like a chapter of life. One night, talked about a leak. Adrian's voice broke, but he did not hide it. I thought love ended with them. I answered. Love does not end. It changes shape. Sometimes it becomes memory. Sometimes it becomes a reason for others. At me for a long time. You like someone who knows pain. I nodded. I know hunger. I know fear. Nights. Whispered. And still you stayed kind. I didn't know how to reply. Said, kindness is deeper than hate. A week. Adrian surprised me again. Said, I am starting a new team in the company. It will help employees with family problems and health costs. I stared at him. That is good. I said, nodded. And I want to help manage. He added, mouth open, shock. Houseworker, I said, shook his head. You are brave and smart. Replied, see people? Here. Heart beat fast. Felt smart, but also see. That night, I lay in bed and whispered into I think I am falling for the words my employer. Rich. Was broken. I was poor. I was just learning to breathe. Love does not ask for. It grows quiet, like a sea in winter. Chapter 7. Letter that cut. Lasted for a while. Adrian smiled. Big smiles, but real ones. He asked about my day. Small story of childhood. Walked in the garden sometimes after dinner. One evening, said, Maya, to believe tomorrow can be better. Fist tightened. I whispered, then believe. Took my hand a short moment, then let go. I was afraid to break something fragile. At the same time, my mother's health improved. She could eat more, sit up and laugh. When I visited her, held my face and said, your eyes look brighter. Happiness. Then one morning, strange envelope. It had no stamp, an address, only my name. I opened it without thinking. Inside was one paper. It said, ask about Daniel Reyes. He did not die by chance. My hands went numb. Daniel Reyes was my father. Died when I was 16. Said it was an accident at a work site. I read the words again. The room felt like it was spinning. When 8 that evening, I waited in the hallway. My heart was pounding. I held the paper out to him. What is this? I asked. His face changed. He stopped breathing for a second, took the paper and read it slowly. His eyes filled with sat down on the stairs, like his legs lost strength. Maya, he said, I hoped you would never see them. My voice shook. So you know my father? Asked. Nodded. My company years ago, said. Not as a big man, as a safe building project. It's honest. Spoke when others stayed. Rose in my chest. Something to him? I demanded. Up fast. No. Never. But I failed him. Took a deep breath. The night your father died, there was an shortcut in the project. A cheap short piece. Your father reported it. Tried to stop the work. The site supervisor ignored. That night, support broke. Your father pushed 2 workers out of the way. Died. My eyes burned. And you knew? Asked. Nodded. Ashamed. I learned after it happened. Said, young then. He's not the owner yet. I fought the supervisor in court, but he used and lies. He walked free. I stepped back. Ran down my face. Let me come into your home. Said, did this. Voice cracked. I was afraid of losing. He whispered, every day you smiled at me, I felt guilt. I shook my head. Lost me by keeping it secret. I said, I ran to my room, cried until my eyes hurt. I packed my bag. ready to leave, but my hands would not move. My heart was split. My mother had been kind. This truth felt like a knife. That night, my phone rang. It was a police officer from the fraud case. He said, questioned Victor Lane again. Talked. Supervisor from your father's case helped him. That man connected to breath caught. So it was not just my pain. It was a pattern. The next morning, went downstairs. Adrian was in the sunroom, staring at the rain. Looked older than his youth. I said quietly, should have told me. Nodded. No. Said, I am sorry. Sat across from him. My father died saving others. I said, not died a punch. Died because he was brave. His eyes filled. How can you be so gentle after this? He asked. I replied, I know what kind of you are now. You are not perfect. You are trying better. My father would respect that. Stood up slowly. I have something to show you. Led me to the study and drawer. Inside was a document. It said, Rhea's Safety Fund. My father's name. Breath stopped. Whispered. Started it 2 years ago. It pays and supports families of workers who get hurt. Fell down my face. I held the paper to my chest. Proud. Whispered. Nodded. I hope so. He said, and I am proud of you. Maya, that moment, softened, not gone, but softer, like ice beginning to melt. Chapter 8, the promise pass, and the pain settle. Not anymore. Spoke the truth, voice shook. I learned that trust is open one. Open. One evening, walked in the garden. It's cold. The sky was clear. Stopped and said, Maya, not change the past. Father and protect the. Held my hands. If you stay, I will never lie to you again. Looked at him, saw a man who had fallen and stood up again. I whispered, then stay honest, and I will stay too. Smiled. Smile. First, not look scared. Months later, the mansion wasn't a box anymore. It had music, warm food, and laughter. Got better. The safe fund grew. And in that house, 2 tired hearts learned and like, subscribe, share.
我电脑要重开一下，等我一下哈。